Hello guys, welcome back. I was doing my Pinterest thing and I came across this article and I had never wanted to read this article. And it was about, do we need God spouses? Well, surprisingly, the person argued in favor of God spouses. I should have known something was coming somewhere. Crystal light, so good. Anyhow, where was I? Yeah, I went on to read other articles by this individual, and this individual is a Trump fanboy and thinks the way Trump treats women is simply marvelous, and then goes on in his articles to whine that he can't get any play with women. Well, that's why. If you walk up to a woman and you grab her anywhere, she's probably gonna punch your lights out, dude. This is 2019, and if you say such enlightened things about being a female sex slave really isn't all that bad, and this dude said this, though he thought maybe women didn't understand, this is why you're not getting laid. It has nothing to do with anyone else. And he was extremely butthurt because Loki gets chicks and he doesn't. And he started to, the little claws popped out, and he started to attack Loki and Loki's reputation, and Loki's so evil because Loki's getting laid and he isn't. And I thought, this is why you're not getting laid, dude. It has nothing actually at all to do with Loki. Women just do not, in general, find it attractive when a guy's acting like a whiny loser and coming over and saying, women don't like me. And the woman's like, the other women already know. What do they know about this man? That's exactly what she's hearing. She's not hearing, oh, you poor baby. I know it's a male fantasy that if you keep walking up to enough women and crying that you'll get pity sex, but that usually doesn't work outside of comic books written by men. So, where were we? Oh yes, this individual is attacking Loki and thought, I don't know why. I don't know if he thought the biggest way to get fame would be absolutely piss off Lokean women and men and everyone else that works with Loki, or whatever else, but he's also a hell fanboy, and he didn't like this article. He attacked this one article somebody else had written, which is the pot calling the kettle black because you can't have an opinion but my opinion's right. And I'm well aware of the irony of making a video about it. And basically he is saying to this person that wrote this article that he hopes they know that when they die, they're going to have to face his waifu or whatever his relationship is. I'm not really sure. Loki's like, oh. And I thought, you just invoked your goddess, dude. I hope she's in a good fucking mood and she looks what you just said about daddy, because if she don't, you're in for a fucking world of trouble. Dealing with God's 101, never disparage a god in another god's presence. I don't care if in our stories they hate each other and would like to stab each other in the eyeballs. Don't do that. It does not make them happy because they figure the same thing we humans would figure. Well, if you're talking shit about that god in my presence, what are you saying about me with other gods? I heard, yeah, what do you say? I want to know. And it's like, dude, seriously, where do you think you're earning points with hell by saying her dad's this and that in words I won't even repeat? Because, yet again, this is somebody who doesn't work with Loki who knows all about Loki, and it's like, how very charming. But I'm not going to give the ass clown free press. I had liked and pinned his God spousing article because I thought that was interesting. It was very interesting to see a non-God spouse be pro-God spouse. But then when I found out how the tiny broken hamster wheel of his mind pathetically goes around and around and around about not getting laid, and therefore Loki's the bad guy because Loki's apparently getting lots more sex. He's very interested in Loki's sex life. And this was all because he's a Trump fanboy. And this guy don't like Trump, and he got butthurt, and he tried to attack the guy, but he ended up attacking Loki. And if you're going to call Loki foul names in front of Lokeans, I'm not sure what reaction you were hoping for, but it's not going to be the one you were hoping for. So just so you guys know, I'm still reading articles, and I think this man's an ass clown, and I think he'll be the first one that when he needs shit, he'll go up to Loki and put his hand out and say, I need this. And Loki's just gonna smile. Or he's going to go to hell in, prayer one night, and she's gonna say, oh, what did you call my father again? Because you don't disparage family, especially Hel and Loki. You would never say anything bad about the other one in their presence. Unless you were suicidal and you thought that was the fastest path to death. You wouldn't do that. That's highly disrespectful to do if you're serving one god to go and claw at another god. You can do it in a very careful, humorous way to compare gods sometimes. Like I'll say, their god does this, but our gods do that. But they know I'm being humorous and it's done with the greatest respect. If I just start calling Loki names to be petty because I'm in a bad mood with him over something, I know him. I love him. I adore him. He's my patron god. But I also know he'll feel perfectly free to get revenge on me. And it won't be right away. He will wait on that shit. He will wait until things are going perfectly well for me. And then he'll get the revenge. And he'll be like, And that's why I love and respect him. Is basically we serve a cat. We serve a cat. They will remember shit you did 5 years ago and decide they're pissed off about, come up to you and smack you in the face, and you'll be like, what was that about? They remember, man. You totally forgot, but they remember. So it was kind of interesting, and I don't think I'm psychic, but I had the sense of, well, anytime someone who's not a god spouse is pro god spouse and chatting up Loki and Lokeans, they're after something. I'm like, oh yeah, Loki is popular right now. And then he went on in like 3 or 4 part article to attack Loki and blah 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 fucking blah something. So I'm not sure where he thought he was getting with that. And I was like, should I respond really? Because I really don't care what butthurt man thinks about this. I can tell you, dude, this is why you're not getting laid. No woman wants to hear a man attacking other men and being bitchy and then crying that for some strange reason he doesn't appeal to women. That's why. Loki doesn't do that shit. Loki doesn't stride in and say, oh, I don't like this man because he gets more of this than I do, or I don't like that man. I don't know, man. I don't know. But if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. It was just, I was like, I hate giving assholes free press. I really do. But at the same time, as a Lokean, I'm like, what did you say? And this shit went on for 3 articles. I'm like, what the fuck did you just say about Loki? Come here, bitch. So, you think Odin's spouses are unstable? Lokeans will fucking break the nearest glass and come and cut you. We're like Gillette razors. We're the best a man can get, and we'll cut you. Loki's like, I knew you'd use that. I'm so proud of you. So yeah, ladies, gentlemen, anyone of any other gender involved with Loki, there are people out there that will just talk shit about Loki sometimes to see what kind of response they can get. And if he thought he was going to have chicks falling at his feet being like, oh, you convinced me, you're so much harder than Loki. Please. The dudes in the club are harder than this guy, and they all look exactly the same. I think I'm getting a twin kink. Loki's like, ooh, we can work with that. And the weird thing is, since we're talking about guys, The guys in this club, I don't know why they do this, but I guess they made them naked and then they dressed them. I swear to the gods. And when these gods, when these guys lean forward, some of their clothes disappears, and it's like, this is interesting. How much more of your clothes are gonna disappear? And look, he's in the background, like, should I shove him and see? I'm like, yeah, shove him. But it's never happened. But it's like, yeah, this is why you ain't getting chicks. You could do what all other men do and privately consume certain goods and services and accept the fact that you have a repulsive personality. Or you can whine about it and all the women in the room will just go, psh. He's like, that's my girl. Don't insult Loki. Don't ever insult Loki. I mean, unless he wanted to start a shit fest and he wanted every Lokean on the planet pissed about him, I'm like, what did you say about Loki? What did you say about Loki? Did you just say Loki and Trump are the same? Come here, bitch. So, yep. He pissed off the Lokeans, but I think we kind of saw that coming, didn't we? All these people that like Trump or hate Trump now are dragging Loki into it. It's like, fuck you, man. Leave my god alone. You're just working with my god because you're too goddamn lazy to go study other cultures. Fuck off. So, this is why I'm not monetized. But if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.